Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to learn how to make this beautiful milkmaid top. I posted something that looks like this particular one, but this one is different. The gathers are different and it has a brack up shape. So guys, this is the fabric that I could get at the moment. I hope it is beautiful. You are going to need 2 yards of fabric. If you are using a crepe material or chiffon, that is by 60, you're going to need 2 yards. Here is the pattern paper that I'll be using. We have our normal bodies, our basic bodies, the front and the back here. The first thing that I'm going to do is to determine where I want my neckline to start from. You can see my bust point is 10, chest line 8, full length is 21 plus 2 inches for seam allowance, that is 23. So I want the neckline to start at 7 inches. Both the gathers, everything will start at 7 inches. I want it to come down a bit. If you want yours to start at 6 inches, it is still okay. I'll go ahead and cut this pattern paper off from there, so you can see what I have. Using the front, I'll also cut out the back. We are making an off shoulder top. This milkmaid top, sorry, is an off shoulder top. I am done cutting out the front and the back. Right now I will keep the back aside and I'll work with the front. The next thing that I will do is to get the round shape at the center. You know, it has this round shape at the center. So from the center, I will go in by half an inch and I will mark. If you want to go in by 1 inch, it is still okay. Then it will stop at 1 inch below the chest line and I will mark this curve. There is this round opening at the center if you check very well. Then from my bust point, I will get my under bust. My under bust is 13. We are going to be needing our under bust measurement for this. If you want to make it 13.5 so that it will sit right, fine. Here is my under bust and I will label my under bust. The next thing that I will do now is to get my curve. I'll go ahead and curve. You can see the way I'm curving this. From that round shape that I marked, I will connect to my under bust. Then from the other side of the armhole, I'll also connect to the under bust. It looks more like a corset now, right? So this is what we are going to be working with. Now I will go ahead and cut off that circle part. After cutting it off, I will cut out this brack up shape that I just got now. I'll cut off the round parts at the center. Then I will cut off this circle shape that I have. After cutting that off, I'll cut off the darts. You can see my fold. This top is a hanging top. I'll go ahead and close my dart. So I want to extend this dart to the full length. I've extended the dart to the full length. Then I'll go ahead and cut out. So after cutting this out, I will close my dart on my paper. I will use my masking tape and close my dart on my paper. I am done closing my darts and I'll go ahead and keep this aside. So back to the back pattern, I'll go down a bit. The neckline, I brought down the neckline a bit. Then after this, I will start slashing this brack up shape that I have here. I'll go ahead and slash it into 4 pieces. You can slash just into 5 pieces. It depends on how big your bust is. Then after slashing, I will label all of them. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then after labeling, this is the fabric that I'll be using. I'll go ahead and fold my fabric. I want to cut out that brack up shape first of all. I'll fold my fabric and I'll go ahead and spread this on my fabric. You can spread with by 2 2 inches or 3 3 inches. Like the space between all of them should be 2 2 inches or 3 3 inches. It depends on what you want. So I use 2 2 inches. I don't want the gathers to be too full. So after doing this, I will cut out around that, and I'll add half an inch around these pattern papers I'm cutting out. I'll add half an inch around my pattern paper. You can see what I'm doing right here. So I have half an inch extra on my fabric. After cutting the first one, I'll also cut out the lining. This particular bra cup area, we have a lining. So I want to use my fabric as the main lining. You know, it has a drawstring inside, so you have to turn it with a lining so that you can have a space for your drawstring. I'm done cutting out the main piece, and this is the lining. So after cutting it out, I will separate it so that you guys can see what I have there. So this is what I have after cutting out the lining. I have two pieces on each side. This is the left side and this is the right side. So I will turn the top and I will turn that round shape at the center. I will turn only the top and the round shape at the center for now. So this one is for the under bust cut. You know, after cutting out our bra cup, we had this particular part that looks like an under bust corset, right? So we are going to cut out these fronts, and it will be on fold. Remember, it will be on fold. I'll cut out the side, and when cutting that bra cup shape, you add half an inch to it. This is where we are going to attach our gathers. You add half an inch round that area. So if I open it up, this is what I have. I am done with the front for now. So if you fix your gathers inside there, it will give you this particular shape. So I'll keep this aside and I will cut the back. This one is for the back. The back will have a zipper allowance. So if you want to close your darts on your paper, you can as well close your darts on your paper. But for this particular top that I am sewing, I will not add a dart to it. So I'll go ahead and reduce the measurements. I will take out 1 inch from this back parts. I will not add any darts to the back part. So this is for the sleeve. I want to cut out the two sleeves ones. I have folded and I want to fold again so that when I cut once, I will get two sleeves. So I folded, I'll go ahead and fold again. So the sleeve is a long sleeve, right? The full length is supposed to be 24, but I added extra 5 inches, making it 29 so that it will be full. You know, it is a long sleeve, so it is supposed to be 24, but I made it 29 so that it will be full. So after cutting that, I'll go ahead and cut off the rough parts. So I'll give the armhole shape just a little slant. You can see how I slanted the armhole. So this is our sleeve for now, and I'll keep that aside. So we have our sleeve, we have our under bust cuts, we have our bra cup, this bra cup, I will gather it, and we also have our back. So these are the basic pieces that we will be working with. And remember, you also cut out a drawstring. So this is the drawstring this is the fabric that we use to make my drawstring. I have two there. So back over to the sewing. Here is our bra cup pieces, the part that we'll gather. I will go ahead and close the upper parts. You can see that we have two pieces there. We have two pieces on the right side and on the left side. I'll go ahead and close this round part, that round part at the center. Then I'll close the top. After closing the top and the round parts, I'll come back and show you guys. Then I'll also go ahead and fold this drawstring. This is the drawstring that I will fix around the top area. I will go ahead and fold it into a very tiny piece. So that is for the bra cup area. This is what we are going to do now. So for the back, I will go ahead and use a bias tape to turn the neckline of my back. This is my back. I will use a bias tape to turn the neckline. Then I'll come back and show you guys. So this is the drawstring. I am done folding that, and this is the top. I am done turning, and I will notch that round part. I will notch for the right, and I will notch for the front, for the left, sorry. So after doing this, I will turn it over, and this is what I have. You guys can see what I have here. I said you should cut a lining for these bracket pieces, this gathered area. So after turning them, I will iron properly. I'll iron the top, and I'll iron that round part at the center. This is for the left side. I will turn this right side also. You can see the shape of that round part. That is where our drawstring will come out from. So after ironing properly, I'll go ahead and close the down part. I'll just run a normal stitch at the down part. So after running the normal stitch round the lower part, I'll come back and show you guys what to do next. So this is for the center. You can see it is taking shape already. I just want to illustrate a bit. This is where I will gather this bracket piece that we have. So I'll go ahead and run a stitch round the down part. So after running the stitch, I will come down by 1 inch from the top. I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll make a space for the drawstring. You come down by 1 inch first of all before you make this space. I don't know if you understand. You know that after drawing this drawstring, the upper part will gather. The drawstring is not fixed directly at the upper part. You come down by 1 inch first of all. You come down by 1 inch, and then you make a space. You can see the half-inch space that I want to make for my drawstring. Though I'll go ahead and run a stitch round, and then I'll run a stitch for my drawstring. You can see I have closed the drawstring area. I don't know if you can see the thread. So right now I will go ahead and insert my drawstring. I will start from the side, and then it will come out at the center. With the help of my safety pin, I'll go ahead and insert this drawstring. The drawstring will start from the side, like I said. It will start from the side, and then it will come out at the center. You know, the center is closed. The center is closed for now. I'll tell you what you do when you get there. So when you get to the center, you will turn the inner part, then you open it a bit with your scissors. You open it a bit with your scissors, and then you bring out your safety pin from there. So that is where you are going to pull out your drawstring from. You can see what I'm doing now. And after that, please do not forget to pin down the other edge so that it will not go in. I'll remove my safety pin and I'll insert the other one. You start from the center and it will come out at the side. So when you reach, you start from the side and it will come out at the center, sorry. And when you reach that center, open the down part, just turn the inner part of this bracket and cut it open a bit. Do not open your stitch, just cut your fabric open a bit. Then you pull out your drawstring from there. And after doing this, do not forget to pin down so that your rope will not disappear. So after doing this right now, I will fix it to my bracket space that I have at the underbust cut. I am done with this part for now. So if you want to run a double stitch at the lower part for your gathers, you can do that. But I want to do freehand gathers. I want to gather it around the bracket using my freehand, around the space that I made for the bracket using my freehand. So right now, I'll use 1/2 inch to attach this to the main bodies. You can see what I have there. I'll go to my sewing machine and I will do that. So after doing that, this is what we have. You can see our bracket shape. We have our gathers there. It is very beautiful, and you can see the space at the center. So this is for the front, and for the back, I have turned my back with a bias shape, I'll iron this particular area very well, and after ironing I will close the zipper allowance. I love closing my zipper allowance before taking my body measurement. So after ironing this area, I will close my zipper allowance, and after closing the zipper allowance, I'll come back and show you guys what I have there. I'll use 1 inch to close the zipper allowance. After closing it, I'll open and iron so that when you are fixing your zipper, you will know where to fix your zipper. I am done ironing. So right now I will shape the front and the back, and remember I did not add any darts to this back. So I'll go ahead and trim off the 1 inch allowance that I added for the darts, but I didn't use it. I'll go ahead and trim that off. Then I will mark my measurements and I will shape. I'm trimming off all these extra spaces. It will not affect your top. It will not. After trimming, you will take your waist measurements. Your waist should be tight a bit. Then you will take your bust measurements. After taking these measurements, please pin down, since you are working with a lightweight fabric, pin down your fabric. Then you go ahead and shape. So after shaping, this is what I have. I will turn it to the right side. I've also hemmed the down part. After shaping, you go ahead and hem your down part. If you want to hem your hemline with a bias tape, that is still okay. So this is our top for now. I will give it a very nice press. You need to iron the hemline and the side very, very well before trimming your armhole. I am done ironing, and this is what I have. I want to cut down my rope a bit. I feel it is too long. Then after doing that, I will knot the tip. Then you can use a lighter to close the rough area so that the frills will not come out. So knot the other tip, and that is all for the front and the back part for now. So after doing this, you go over to our sleeve area. So this is what I have. I'll keep that aside. So over to our sleeve. If you have an interlocking machine or a weaving machine, you can give the down part and the upper part a weaving, English weaving, but I don't have that, so I did a very small hemming at the edge. That is for the top and for the down part. Then from the down part, I will come up by 4 inches and I will draw a line. This is where I will run my elastic. Then from the top, I will come down by 1 inch and I'll mark a line. This is where I will run my elastic. That is for the first sleeve. For the second sleeve, I will repeat the same thing from 4 inches from the down part and 1 inch from the top. This is where I will run my elastic. So I'll go ahead and place my elastic. I'll cut my elastic. This is the one that I run at the top. And after running at the top and at the down parts, you can see what I have here, and I have shaped them. So I want to match the armhole first of all before cutting. So I'll pin down my drawstring so that it will not pull. Pin down your drawstring before cutting your armhole. Then after that, I'll trim my armhole and I'll go ahead and fix my sleeve. So this sleeve is more like the beauty of this top. After fixing our sleeve and zipper, this is what we have. I hope our top is very beautiful, guys. Had it been I used the plain material for this, I guess it would have been beautiful, but this one is also beautiful. I love the flower, I love the floral design it has. It is giving me this milkmaid vibes. So thank you guys so much, and please do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so that more people can get to see this video. Also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at So with Ijoma, at So with Ijoma. Thank you all for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.